Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your guy early in the morning. I don't know what time it is, but it's Sunday morning, and it's a good, gracious Sunday morning. I want to start off by talking about how great of a Sunday it is. And yeah, this is the last time I'm going to be in this realm, because in a couple weeks, I will be moving out of here. So, you'll probably see the bullshit stuff that I got up there. Sorry about that, guys. My psoriasis shows really bad in the mornings, but I have been on top of it. I've been taking care of it. One of the best creams to get is this Nivea cream. Nivea cream is like, yo, it makes you turn from dark to light. Like, this is the shit. Alright, this morning I was talking about something with certain people, and it's about education. Does it really pay off? Does it pay off going to an Ivy League school? Does it pay off to go to these expensive schools? And you know what I mean? Why do people go to Stuyvesant and you know what I mean, like specialized high schools? And why do people go to such Ivy League schools like Columbia, Harvard, you know, Yale? You know, off the top of my head, like I can't say them. You know, there's so many, but those are just one of the few that are great. You know, they pay so much. You know, why is it? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's because it does. It pays off. Like, I had a friend from high school. He went to Townsend Harris. He went to this 98, 99 average high school, and I used to think about it. I used to be like, yo, does it really pay off? Like wow, like, it's, you know what I mean, these fucking losers, they go to such nerd classes, and you know what I mean, does it really pay off? Like, you know, and the answer is yes, it does. It really does. It pays, you know what I mean, it pays off in the long run. It does. That's why they're there. These institutions are so costly, you know what I mean? Why, you know what I mean? Why can't they be like, you know, why can't education be cheap or free? Because it doesn't work like that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and a couple years later, you know what I mean? Like, it's the environment that you're in. You're not, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So again, like, the surrounding that you keep yourself around are really, really important growing up. You want to make sure you're always going to the gym, keeping healthy, having healthy relationship with people, because those are the things that are going to build eventually later on, and that's what molds you into becoming who you are. There's certain different lives that we live out here. We wake up every day morning thinking, how does the life of a CEO, what does a person of a CEO wake up? How does he wake up? What does he do every day? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys know people that are CEOs, doctors, lawyers, teachers, and how are their mornings different from any other person's mornings? You have to start thinking about it. You know, slowly and slowly, people are getting farther away from the question of trying to like get a good background with my TV. Sorry about that, guys. And you see everything. Well, my TV's in the back. Everything's in the back, so I guess this is cool. Alright, so yeah, I was just playing some video games. But yeah, yeah, what does, you know, I'm sure a CEO of a company, he wakes up in the morning, he takes 2 pills of something, or he drinks something, or he drinks a juice, or he does whatever he does in the morning. Then he goes downstairs, sees his kids, he, you know, he meets his wife, he sees what's for breakfast, what's going on, what is he going to do for the day. You know, it's Sunday, it's probably home day, so he's probably going to chill at home. Probably going to do all the, you know, Croatia stuff that people do on a Sunday, or, you know, their personal lives. It's their personal time. He's not on no one's time, he's on his time. It's Sunday. He's a CEO of a fucking company. That's all he gives a fuck about at this point, is his time, because his time is the most that's being taken up. You know, another let's just say the life of a teenager. A life of a teenager, you know, you're probably going to wake up, watch some TV, eat some cereal, you know, think about which friends to call, or, you know, which girls to hit up, and, you know what I mean, go hang out, go to the mall, or do something, I mean, skateboarding, you know, probably get some activities. The life, see, so we start to think about it, like, you know, what are the different lives out there? Like, how are people living differently? What are they doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? that's if that's not a question that people have said, it's at least a question that's on people's minds. You know, life of an addict. I don't want to talk about addiction. I don't want to talk about the disease, the epidemic. I don't want to talk about those things because, again, you know, most of you know, some of y'all don't know. I don't talk about negativity. I'm not a negative person. I stay away from negativity. You know what I mean? No positive comes out of negativity. So, therefore, I believe that, you know, if you stay positive, if you speak positive, then positive things will come out. I slowly start to see myself going every day. Every day, I wake up, things more and more are starting to bring me down. You know what I mean? Don't let that bring you down. You know what I mean? Don't let anything bring you down, especially you know, things that you can't control. You know what I mean? They're not in your control. You know what I mean? Like my boss didn't pay me. That's something I can't control. He said on Friday he can't come in. Something happened on the Parkway while he was coming from Long Island, and he said that, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm not gonna come today. I have some stuff to do. I have your check in my pocket. You know, oh yeah, that's a good thing to say to your employee. Oh yeah, I have your check in my pocket. I'm gonna go blow it because I got something to do, but I definitely will pay you on Monday. But I got it in my pocket though. You know, your paycheck is in my pocket. I know my paycheck is in your pocket. I know it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But you telling, you know, you're giving me a bad news. So people, you know, there's certain, you know, I give him respect. I owe him though, because I took a day off. Like on Thursday, I took an emergency day off. So I was like, you know what? It's whatever. I took a Thursday off. You know what I mean? Not knowing that I was going to get Saturday, Sunday off. But thank God I got Saturday, Sunday off. Because that's the life I want to live. I do want to have Saturday and Sundays off. It feels like a boss having Saturday and Sundays off. You know what I mean? And it feels like a boss having Saturday, Sundays off when you haven't gotten paid and you're going to get paid on Monday and you still got cheddar to fucking blow. You know what I'm saying? But you also have to think about the essential things in life. You got bills to pay, you got rent to keep up, you got car payments, you got gas to put in, you got food for your kids, you got food for your pets, you got groceries to do, you got toiletry to get for your bathrooms and kitchen, you got, you know what I mean? You got things to get on a daily basis, you have emergency things that you need to catch up with. It just goes on and on and on and on and on, you know? But you just gotta take it in. Things that you don't have control over, you don't have control over. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. It's just every day. You wake up, it's a different situation, you see what you can do, you see what you can't do. And that's how you just roll, you know what I mean? That's the definition of life of a boss. You know what I mean? The life of a boss. No. The real, so yeah, so let's go back to what I was thinking this morning. How people wake up. The life of a millionaire. Do any of you know what? Okay, you know, let's refrain from materialistic things. People, why do people talk about? Because I don't like to hate talking about millionaires, but I don't like to talk about, you know, what's out of reach. Now let's get serious here. Let's get serious. The whole reason why I was talking about the Ivy League schools and all that was because, you know, I guess there are more percentages or chances of a person coming out of an Ivy League that end up in a upper class environment because it pays off, right? So you know, I had this like the friend from Townsend Harris that I went to. Some of y'all probably know him, some of y'all don't. But some of y'all know. If y'all know him because y'all know that he's fucking caking it. I don't know what he's doing. He's a consultant. He's a very, you know, very educated consultant, and what he does is he's just a very educated consultant. So what he does is he consults people. He talks to people and tells them like what to do with their money, but yada yada yada, hotels, this and that bullshit. I don't know. I can't get into it because I'm not it. But it paid off. He went to Townsend Harris. He came out, and now he just fucking chills all day. What he does is he fucking sleeps in his 2-bedroom. He sleeps in his 2-bedroom apartment in his mom's house and fucking makes sure that the fridge is filled every day. He wears the same clothes every single fucking day. This is a person that has quite a lot of money that I know personally. To a whole nother level. He's a really cool guy, really fun guy, really, 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 really weird. If you think I'm weird, trust me, he gets weirder. But thing is that, what he does, he sleeps all day until someone hits him up, probably like me, drives him around, fucking, and then goes out to eat dinners and just tries to, I guess, you know what I mean? I don't know what he does, because what he does, I don't let that get in the way of what I want to do, and that's always a continuous battle. But yeah, I mean, like, the essential things in life, like, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? And he, you know what I mean? Like, that's just one person, I know, but you want to live right. You want to make sure you wake up in the morning and fucking, you know what I mean, you get your head straight. People do yoga. Recently I've been seeing people, guys with fucking yoga mats. It's fucking retarded. But whatever, you know what I mean? Non-judgmental is retarded. You know what I mean? I guess they're doing yoga, which is great, because, you know what I mean, yoga's a great way to, like, free your expression, whatever. I would choose something else. Now you got guys doing prosthetics or whatever you call them, right? Pilots, whatever. I don't know. But so going back to education, does it really pay off? Yes, it does. What I'm doing this morning is I got my bong here. I got a little bit of weed. You know what I mean? I got the video games going because it's Sunday, so I'd like to do my vices. Yeah, I want to go order some breakfast. Make sure some breakfast get in, you know what I mean, get some breakfast in, and I'm gonna be moving out of here too, so I'm getting that prepared. I also cleaned up my crib last night, which was not last night. All y'all probably think, oh, he's a fucking zombie. No, I cleaned up all yesterday, Saturday, because it was raining. It was raining here, the weather is getting crazy, it's fucking cold today. I still gotta do a couple things, but we're gonna try to have a good Sunday, you know what I mean. Make sure you keep in touch with people that, you love, because, you got to make sure you keep in the 4 things in mind: health, wealth, love, and happiness. You know what I mean? You always have to touch base with your family. Make sure everyone's doing, very well. And, you know what I mean? Make sure that, you keep a bond. You keep that relationship going. And like I said, whatever you do now is going to mold you to become things later. Whatever you want to do. Like, and... like the energy, honestly, the energy in this place is really, like, affecting me, because every day, like, I feel like things are, like, coming in the way. Like I said, like, my boss not paying me, my job, I'm frustrated with my job again, and that's not a good thing, you know what I mean, because every day contracts are coming in, and they're, like, all upside down, and I'm learning a new trade now, too, because I want to go back to school, so I'm slowly pushing myself through the door, and just, trying to do all these things, and it's not easy. Nothing is easy in life, though. You know what I mean? So, let's get back to, like, what people do on a daily basis. So, cops. I wonder what a cop does. I wonder what a cop does when he wakes up in the morning. And, he's a regular fucking person. What am I saying? What am I saying, guys? Now I'm losing concentration. I have a whole ton of paperwork here with menus. That's all I do with my money, is eat food and fuck bitches. That's all I do, is fucking eat food and fuck bitches. That's all I do. Nah, don't say this. And Facebook, please don't censor me. I apologize. That was just a 3-second outburst of I guess what, infidelity, uncensorship. Anyways, yeah, it's fucking cold. I don't know if, you know what I mean, like, being cold is just, it's not cool. You feel like you're anemic. I hope I said that right. It if you guys have any suggestions on, you know, what I can like do, pull up, you know, most of you are gonna say, I know what y'all gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, work out. Yeah, work out. But other than work out, like, come on, seriously, guys. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to work out on a daily basis. I try. But yeah, so this friend of mine, whatever, fuck him. You know what I mean? What do I have to do in my life? What can I do to what can I do to motivate myself, you know, make sure I do better, make sure I want to do numbers, I want to be I want to be that vlogger, I want to make sure, you know what I mean, like I get those YouTube thumbs up and subscribers as well, you know? Damn, my thoughts are all over the place. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is vibes. My vibe has been off a little lately. I don't know if it's because I got my teeth checked for like the 8th time this year. But everything has been off. My money, my mood, my mojo, things that I usually do, my psoriasis, like shit, it's not easy, like, but you just gotta do it. You just gotta like wake up every morning and just be like, yo, I got this, you know what I mean? Like, who am I, you know? Like, who do I want to be? What do I want to, like, you know, establish? Someone just wrote, what about photography or writing? Hey, photography or writing is great. Is actually one of the best. And I say that because people like to follow their dreams. They want to, the most successful people are the people that follow their passion. You know what I mean? And they mold their passion with their pride and ego or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Why do we watch rappers? You know what I mean? Why do kids look up to rappers and want to be like them, want to be like 50 Cent, want to dress like 50 Cent, want to wear chains and Rolexes and all that shit? Do you know why? Because they have already established themselves. They have established themselves to the point where they can do whatever they want to do. So now they start doing these crazy acts and behemoth roles of bullshit. And the media just feeds on them. The media just feeds on them because media have nothing else to do but portray something that they want to portray. Media is our controllers. That's why now we are all slowly going into media as well, because we want to be in control of ourselves. We want to show people out there that this is who we really are, and social media is not that, or social media is not this. I mean, I have this dumb friend. He's not that dumb because, like, you know what I mean? Like, we chill together, so obviously he can't be that dumb, but he's pretty fucking stupid. Because the reason why I say he's pretty fucking stupid is because he's like, yo, Shake, you're pretty honest. You know what I mean? Jake, you're pretty honest. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, oh, I like a person that doesn't, you know, that doesn't go around the bush. Or, you know what I mean? Or go around the bush or whatever. And, you know what I mean? And I'm like, of course, because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an honest guy. I'm a straightforward guy. This is how it, like, you know, this is how I choose to live. What am I going to lie from? What am I going to, because he was like, because, you know what I mean, like, we were just walking and, you know what I mean, like, we were just talking about money and, you know what I mean, he was like, yo, and I kind of went honest forward about, like, yo, what my current situation is, you know what I mean? Like, I got a lot of bills to catch up to. I have a ton of bills. But that doesn't, you know what I mean, that doesn't define me. I've always had bills. I've had bills since I was fucking 13 years old. I'm not going to let that define me or hold me back. But yeah, recently I've been, like, on the downside, where I've just been, like, just low and just, you know, feeling unhappy, not smiling enough. Like, sometimes I smile, but, like, it's not really there. I don't really give a fuck about people. I'm just, like, fucking talking to them, like, they're just there and whatever. But, you know, eventually you start to talk. That's why I say, you know, you always want to talk to people. You always want to go back and make sure you build those relationships and bonds, because those are very important. Not because you're doing it, you know, not because you're doing it because you have to or because you want to. It's because that's who you want to be. That's who we all want to be. We all want to be something or someone, right? And that's why, like, I like, now you can see my thoughts are scattered too. Everything's starting to catch up. Like, why are my thoughts scattered? Why is that happening? Why am I forgetting this? What's going on with this situation? You know what I mean? But and that's why I guess, like, people like to talk about, you know, wealthy, higher, upper class people, because, I mean, they are, I guess, looked at as some sort of role models, if that's what you want to call it. You know, for some people, because for some people it's really not like that. You know what I mean? That doesn't define you. There's some people out there that are just really amazing in what they do. I know certain girls that are just really, really good at what they do. Like, you know, it's amazing. But it just it shows you that, you know, how great people can be, you know, at something. You know, not saying that, you know what I mean, like, they could be anyone's role models, but and you could be a role model. I could be a role model. If you have younger siblings, you already know what I'm talking about. That shit gets being a headache. But how can you take these things that are all over the place, scattered all over the place, you want to put it together? I want to go into music. Music is something that I really, really like. I really like to do it. I enjoy doing it. I have fun. I have great ideas that come out of music. You know, that's why I like to be part of the hip hop culture. That's why I like to be part of that, and I like to give back to my culture too. I like to show certain things, introduce new styles, and all kinds of stuff. Saying that, I want to put on some music, but the situation in my place is looking so crazy. Like, I just dusted the whole place yesterday, and everything is still dusty. And that's why I was like, yo, I can't, I have to switch my room up from the basement to, like, the first floor. And I'll make the basement like a workout, and then take one of the workout rooms upstairs or some shit. Cause I can't live here no more. I can't live without no windows and stuff like that. Like, at first year, I thought I could, but now I'm just like, nah, like, no more, no go for me, no go. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. It's a lot of room to myself. You know, it's a lot. Like, my bedroom is a good size. It's, you know what I mean? Like, you can see, like, that wall is probably, from my hand, it's probably like 2 feet away, right? So that way. And then my wall that way goes down about like 4 or 5 feet. Anyways, though, but, you know, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the space, right? But I'm not happy with the location. I'm not okay with it. I want to go to a different location too, because the place that I'm at right now is just like crazy. So I want to move to a place that's more that has more of a driveway. I need a driveway, and you know I want to keep. I have a separate entrance, so I want to keep the separate entrance. Some of y'all know, most of y'all don't know, I don't live with my parents. It's been about 1.5 years, and it's not a good idea. If you think it's a good idea, just remember that most of your life is going to be fucked up due to the fact that you are not completely stable yet, and that, you know, you still have to pay bills, you still have to pay rent, and it'll go towards rent. So you have to find your realm within your realm. You know what I mean? So with that said, and then most of the time, like, you won't even be home because you got work, so you won't even be home. But when you do be home, it does pay off. You do feel relaxed, but it's not a good idea. You know, the best thing to do is, you know, go to school, get a job, live with your parents, see how you can help them and give back, first, because you know that's how you have to keep that in mind. That's main priority. That's the real reason why our parents have raised us and has given us the things that they thought that we needed or we wanted. And you know, sometimes it does feel low, it feels smaller. Believe it or not, parents back in the days used to give more than parents give now. Like, parents really don't give much now to, like, I see my younger brother, and I mean, you know, he still gets stuff, like, he gets a Segway and shit like that, but I still look at him and be like, damn, like, the shit that he has to deal with are different from the shit that I didn't take no shit from my parents. He has to take a lot of shit from his parents. So, you know, I kind of get that. You know, I'm kind of starting to feel it. And then, you know what I mean, some of my friends are also like, you know, they still live with their family, and they have these, which are beautiful to me. They have these certain rules that they go by, like, yo, I have to take my mom here, and here, or else, you know what I mean, I don't get food on the, you know what I mean, or my mom doesn't cook for me. Like, that's great. That's amazing. Forget all the ins and outs and the switchings, because that's how they feel on their side. But the way I feel on my side is like, wow, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty great. That's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have a roommate. Not that I'm saying, you know what I mean. I am single. Of course. So. If any of y'all ladies on Facebook, and I know there's some of y'all that are just like, I can't wait till he's single, you know what I mean? This is your chance right now, you know what I mean, to work on this, you know what I mean? You could adjust to this, and you know what I mean, and input, you know what I mean? Put some vibes, but no, you know what I mean? Like, the real question is where's the Beamer? Where's the BMW? You know what I'm saying? That's the real question. Where's the BMW first? They want the Benz and they want the Beamers. You know what I mean? They want to sit in a nice heated perforated seat before they want the face and the body. You know what I'm saying? They want the going out every night. I want someone that's just simple, that just lives for their hobby, lives for, you know what I mean, that you know what I mean. And there are some really interesting girls out there too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are some girls that are just about themselves, and they're just like in their own world, just so cute, so adorable. Like, I just wanna tell them how adorable they are, you know what I mean? Anyways, but I'm gonna take a bong hit. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I have never dated a girl actually that has been a pothead. That would be interesting. A pothead with a pothead. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm still chilling, but I'm not a pothead, but I'll be a pothead if she's a pothead and she looks like Mary Jane Watson. Talking about a red hair girl. Yeah, you gotta have red hair in 2017 or else I'm not dating you. I like red hair. This is probably the worst way to actually get a girl. And there's no fucking blood in here. You know, I told you, like, my mojo was off, you know what I mean? I'm being stupid. But what can I do? What can I say? I can't work harder or faster than I already am. You know what I mean? There's a limit to everything. There's also a limit to my fucking madness. But yeah, you know what I mean? I want to get the money first. I want to feel relaxed. I want to go on one more vacation. Hopefully, if y'all don't jinx me, and if y'all want well for me, you know I want well for y'all too. And the people that know me, trust me, you know that. But yeah, it's all about vibes. Don't ever wish anyone bad. Don't, you know what I mean? Because that shit comes around. Not that I'm saying any of y'all are, because most of my friends, and I love you all, most of my friends are great. You know what I mean? I think my friends are great and amazing because they're doing great and amazing things every single day. And I meet them, and there's always a different opportunity, and there's a different vibe, and there's a different change and different chance with them. And I think that's beautiful. Like, my friends also make me who I am, and I'm really grateful for them. You should also be grateful for the friends that you have, because one day you might just not have them. You might, you know what I'm saying? So every day you have to be grateful for what you have. You know what I mean? One day you might not have it. If you think your boss sucks, if you think your boss is a fucking is a fucking worse than a chimpanzee, or worse than your kid, then you'd be like, hey, look, what if I had one less of a finger? What if I had one less of an arm? You know what I mean? I actually, like, and when you start to think about these things, when you start to think about these different situations that you could have been in, or you could have had, or what you're going towards, because right now I'm in my mid-20s. I'm at 24, so I'm about to be 25 this year, which is ridiculous. But, so, I start to think, like, what could I have done in the past differently to bring me to different situations? I fucked up my friendship with one of my good friends, and I could have been having a ball with him, a good time. But, that happened, and then, girls, exes after, not exes after exes, but, I'm going through a tough breakup too. Not saying it's that tough, because, trust me, it could be worse. Trust me, it could be worse, given different situations. But I'm going to go ahead and open that window, because, because there's a kid that there's a kid upstairs, and I like to be respectful. That's one thing I am. I'm very respectful. I'm a very respectful person. Yes, you guys probably saw I'm short. All right, whatever, get over it. Short people get the most girls anyways. And girls know what I'm talking about, because short girls are mad hot. Tall girls are hot too. I'm into more tall girls, because my ex was a short girl. I fucking hate that bitch, because she's a fucking evil monster. But let's not go into that. But yeah, I mean, like, people look at this stuff and they be like, don't think too much, don't use too much brain power. But like my ex. But but yeah, so completely train of thought, lost it. So yeah, what we could do differently, what we can do right now to see ourselves, to predict the future. I like to predict the future, not because I'm good at it, but because I see something in it that's intriguing in the long run. I also see other people doing it too, like when not intentionally, but probably unintentionally. Like I see other people, and they kind of like start figuring themselves out, what they're gonna do a year or two from now, or 5 years, or most of y'all already know what y'all gonna do for the next 10 years. Y'all probably like, oh, I have this job, I got this family, or you know what I mean, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my new car. I'm gonna, I'm gonna go on vacation, etc. Right now, I'm in my mid-20s. I'm still figuring myself out. I'm still figuring out which position I want to play. Do I want to play a high roller? Do I want to play a low baller? Do I want to play like middleman? The questions you have. But make sure you always be respectful. Be respectful of people around you. Be respectful of people that are next to you. Be respectful of people that are above you. All the same way. It shouldn't be any different. We're not here to add more problems to people and give crazy faces. Yeah, I understand we have to live a character. We have to live an ego. When we see a different character, when we see a character that's above us or less of us, don't think any less above, more than them, because you don't know who they can be. You don't know. You don't know who the fuck you're sitting next to sometimes. Sometimes they could be fucking... Check this out. They could be they could be an architecture next to you, or they could be somebody's fucking daughter that's got so much fucking potential that you want to be in their family. You know what I'm saying? They could either be that architecture, or they could be that, that somebody's daughter that somebody loves, you know what I mean, and appreciates, and wouldn't want you to hurt them or be stupid to them. Like I was actually hollering at a girl one time, and she was on the phone, because I work in the city, and in the city all you see is white girl, white girl, white girl, white, 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 just like white, white girl, you know what I mean? White on red, white on brown, white on blonde, white on dark, black, what, you know what I mean? Just white on white. I was like, white on white. Yo, it's crazy in the city. Like, the city is just amazing sometimes. Like, I wish I could live in the city, but not really. I don't think so. But yeah, it goes on. Like, there's a lot of big people in this world, and I've slowly learned that just working with them, and just seeing that, you know what I mean? Hey, like, it just doesn't stop for these people. But yeah, so always be respectful and mindful of people, you know, so people can always give chances, you know, everyone deserves a second chance, you know what I mean, just like my ex deserves a second chance. Let me stop. Yeah, but it's life. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? You don't choose it. Life chooses you. You don't choose life. Y'all are probably just like, what the fuck is he doing? This is a way so it doesn't smell, and it consumes less, but the whole point of it is so it doesn't smell. I know I look like an idiot, but I don't know if you can see it in the camera. You probably could, but shit is crazy. But yeah, this is my morning. This is your guy. This is your boy, the one and only Shake, with your Hotbox Hot Topics live. And I know once I start editing, shit's gonna be real better. I know, I fuck up. I know things could be better, but yo, this could be my introduction. And I have things coming up too. I got some great ideas coming up. And if there's any suggestions y'all want to leave too, please, by all means. I want y'all to talk back. I want y'all to reach out to me all the time. Alright? With that said, I want everybody to have a good Sunday. And catch yourself on the flip side.